In this class, I will show you how I teach indices to math haters. There are some people that don't love mathematics. How do you teach them indices? I have different methods I use to teach different topics to different students. So in this class, we're going to look at how to teach the laws of indices to math haters. For instance, this girl, she doesn't love mathematics. How do you teach her to love indices? Okay? So let's start the laws of indices. I'm going to start with the first law. S raised to power A multiplied by S raised to power B. How do you teach this first law of indices to a math hater? Look at it. S is carrying A. Okay? S here is carrying B. This time, they want to come together. This A and B are saying, we want to be friends. I want us to be friends, okay? I want us to come together. For you to bring them together, it means we only need one S to carry two of them. Okay? This S will represent this S and this S. It's like this is a family, this another family. This guy wants to befriend this girl. For them to come together, you use one X. When you see multiplication here, when you bring the two of them together, because remember they are on top of S, so they must still be on top, but they just want to be close to themselves. If you see multiplication here, you put plus here. Now they are not friends. One S is now carrying them. That is what the law is saying. Also, S raised to power A plus B, assume they are not quarreling. They are quarreling. They are fighting. They want to separate. Don't worry. Say, okay, now that you are fighting, I don't want problem. Simply separate them so that they will not fight. X, A here, X, B here. Then you put multiplication. When you are separating them, use multiplication. When they are coming together, you use what? Addition. This is the first law of what? Indices. What is the meaning of this? It simply means if you have something like this, 2 raised to power 2 multiplied by 2 raised to power 3. The first thing you ask yourself, are these the same? We call this one the base. Are the base the same? Yes. If the base are the same, therefore, these two can be friends. They can come together. Simply do 2. For them to come together because of this multiplication, you put plus to bring them together. This plus this will give you 5. Okay? The same thing goes, I can express this in many ways. I can say 2 multiplied by 2. This is 3, 2. I can also write it as 4, 1. You are still going to achieve the same thing because this plus this will still give you this. You can see expresses as 2 and 3, as so on and so forth. As long as when you add this and this together, you're going to have this. You can use this multiplication to separate them. Okay, this is what? The first law of indices. Let's go for the second law. It's saying this is A, this is division, this is B. Now, they are currently separated. They now want to be friends. That is, A and B wants to be friends. If they must be friends, you have to look at what is separating the families. These families are being separated by division. Okay? Therefore, for them to come together, because this is divide, you're going to use minus to separate them. As you can see, this is divide. A line like this with this dot. So therefore, remove this to what? To bring them together. That is this line, that is this line. Just the same way we saw here, this is multiplication. For them to come together, the friend of multiplication is addition. Just as what? The friend of division is minus. Therefore, if you have something like this, divide by s raised to the power 1, simply means these two can be friends. They can come together, but one x need to carry two of them. That is 4 minus 1. Why minus? Because of this division. It's equals to s raised to the power 3. The same thing, if I have this s a minus b, I can separate them. If you want to separate them, assume they are quarreling. You use 2s to separate them. As I said, what is here? It's minus. It's minus that show the friendship. For them to separate, you use division. Just like you and your brother, you are fighting, and your father is saying, why the division? Why the division? So you separate them with division. Okay? That is what? Second law of indices. The third law, s raised to the power 0. This is saying anything raised to the power 0 is equals to 1. Anything. Assume you have a house. Raised to the power 0 is equals to 1. Okay? Assume you have a beautiful car you just bought. This car raised to the power 0 is equals to 1. Even you that is looking at me, raised to the power 0 is equals to 1. So if you see 1, I can express it anyhow. I can say Victor is raised to the power 0. That is this one you are seeing here. Victor raised to the power 0. Or Peter raised to the power 0. And so on and so forth. Anything raised to the power 0 is equals to 1. Okay? Let's look at the fourth law. It says s raised to the power minus a. How do you express this? How do you express this? Fourth law. Look at it. What this one is saying is s is carrying minus a. What this simply means is whenever you see minus, it simply means 1 over. 1 over. Okay? Therefore, if I want to replace this minus with 1 over, it means a can gladly come on top of x now. Because that's what I want to achieve. I don't like this separation of a, or I don't love this distance between a and x. I don't want this distance. This minus need to leave. Oh, Mr. Minus, for you to leave, I have to use 1 over to recognize you. So from today, when I see 1 over, it means minus. For instance, I say 2 raised to the power minus 2. It simply means this is 1 over. So because this 1 over is here, this minus disappears. 2 raised to the power 2 equals to 1 over 4. Okay? For instance, x over y raised to the power minus 1. This alone minus, it means 1 over. That is 1 over. This still remains the same. This one that was there before, we still put it back. But remember, anything raised to the power 1 is that thing. That means it will not change. Okay? Therefore, I can express this as 1 over s over y. Because this one does not change anything. Then I will come further to this place. As you can see here, I have to turn this to have y over x. Let's push it further. If I have something like this, minus 4, for instance, this minus simply means 1 over. Every other thing still remains the same. Okay? What next? You agree with me? This means that what? This 4 is being shared by x and y. Therefore, I put 1 over s. 4 is for x and also is for y. I can simply change Then that is reverse them. I put 4 here, 4 here, which can also be expressed as y over x raised to power 4. As you can see, from where we started from, what it simply means is, if I have Peter over John raised to power -4 or -2, I don't need to waste my time in this process. All I simply need to do is to say John over Peter raised to power 2. What am I doing? This minus is helping me to reverse this. So another way you can look at this is, this minus means you can reverse whatever that is here. Okay? That is, you turn it. And remember, to reverse 2, for instance, simply means what? 1 over 2. So therefore, if you see -1 here, it simply means reverse 2. That is 1 over 2. Okay? Let's look at this one. If you have this s raised to power a, b outside, remember, whenever you see bracket anywhere in mathematics, you can replace it with multiplication. Okay? So this one is not actually difficult. Okay? So this simply means s a, because of this bracket want to disappear, I introduce what can stand in its place, which is multiplication. Then I put b here. Therefore, this is equals to s raised to power ab. You can also express it as ba. Anywhere you write first does not matter. Okay? Another law that says s raised to power 1 over a. For instance, how do you express this? When you see something is carrying 1 over, what is the meaning of that? What it means is, this one, the numerator, is for squaring. Why this denominator is for the root. Could be square root, fourth root, third root, whatever. So, this simply means s raised to power 1. This means a root of whatever that is here now. This is, okay? It means, therefore, if I have s raised to power a over b, this simply means this guy, a is for squaring, while this is for the root. Okay? Just the way you can what? Express them. This is convenient. This is rough. Okay? So what is this telling you? You find the square first before you find the b root of whatever you will get. You can also express them as this b, then you put a outside. Mean the b root before you find the square using a. Okay? This is another law. So what you're going to do now, you're going to look at a lot of instances. Okay? Let's see. As you can see, they have the same base. That is, now 7 and 4 want to be friends. Because of that, we need to use only 1 5 to carry 2 of them. And because of these times, we put plus as the guy that will bring them together. Means 5 raised to power 11. Okay? Let's look at another one. Now, 9, 9. It means they are the same. It's like the family, they have relationship. They have the same DNA because of this 9, 9. It means if 8 was here, we will not consider this. Because they have the same base and there's division here, we can bring them together. But for them to come together, because what they expressed before is division, we have to use minus to separate them, which is 9 raised to power 3. Okay? The next one is this. Remember, bracket means multiplication. It means for these two guys to come together, we use multiplication to bring them together so that this bracket disappears. You agree with me that 3 times 5 is 15. Okay? Next, 8 raised to the power 0. Anything raised to the power 0 is 1. Okay? Even though you put 1, whatever, put any number of zeros. I put 0 here, you are still going to be what? 1. Okay? Next, 6 raised to the power minus 3. Minus, remember, means 1 over. You are settled. The remaining guys should come back together. What is the meaning of 6 raised to the power 3? Simply means 6 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 6. Which is what? 216. Okay? Hope you understand this. Next. This. As I said, if you have anything like this, it means this upper one, we do the squaring. Why this will be for the root, 5th root. You agree with me? Anything raised to the power 1 is the same thing. You raised to the power 1, you are still the same. Therefore, we can remove this, no issue. What is the meaning of 5th root of 32? That is, what is that number? If you multiply same number 5 times, you have 32. That number is 2. That is 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are simply going to have what? 2. Okay, let's continue. This one says 27 raised to the power 2 over 3. The same thing. Don't worry yourself. This simply means 27. Who comes here? 3. Here, 2. But if I approach it like this, it means I have to say 27 multiplied by 27. I am in the exam hall. I am not allowed to use calculator. Therefore, I have to be smart. Remove this guy from here. I will put it outside. It means, therefore, I will do the 3rd root first before I square. What is that thing you multiply in 3 places? That number. I have 27. That is 3. So this will produce 3. Okay? Then these 2 will still come here. You agree with me now? This is equals to 9. Okay? Let's continue. Look at this. Do this now. This alone means 1 over. Let's put this guy back. Okay? Now, what is the meaning of this? This means 4 square, then 3rd root. Remember, this one will still be here. That is this one that was there before. Let me rewrite this because this is messy. So with this now, it means we put this one here, we put 4, we put this. Now, what will be here? The one at the denominator. Here, it is 3, the one at the numerator. And you agree with me? Instead of putting these 2 here, if I decide to remove these 2, it's still the same because all the root things start with 2. Unless if it is not 2, you put 3, put 5, and so on and so forth. Because it is 2, there's no need to what? To put the 2. No need because it is 2. What I will do now, I can rewrite this as, meaning it's convenient for me to find the square root of 4 before I use the 3. Before I use the 3. Therefore, this is 2, 3. What is this? 2 times 2 times 2 is equals to 8. It means we have 1 over 8 as our answer. Okay? And if you want to express this, you can still put minus 1 here. Depends on you. Okay? As long as this is 1 over, it means minus. Then you still put the 1. Okay? Next is this. The same thing. 64. You put this. What will be here? 3. 2 will be here. For this one, it is convenient for me to first of all find the 3rd root before I square. What is this number? Where you multiply the number in 3 places, you have 64. The number is 4, okay? Put 4 here now. This will produce 4. This produces 16. Okay? So you can see we have 16. Next, this. What is the meaning of this? This means put this here, you put this here, you put this here. How many times? 1, 2, 3. That is 1 over 1,000. What is the meaning of this? 10 raised to power 3. Okay? Now, let's distribute this guy. 1 raised to power 3 over 10 raised to power 3 raised to power 3. And you agree with me that 1 raised to power anything is still 1. This means 10 raised to power 9. Because 3 multiplied by 3 is equals to 9. Okay? You can continue this journey because of this. That is minus. You can come here to say 10 raised to power minus 9. Okay? You see it? Okay? This one is still 1. What about this? Exponential equation. What is the meaning of this? Minus 1. What is the meaning of 8? 2 raised to power 3. Okay? I said that when you want this bracket to disappear, you simply do multiply by x equals to 2 raised to power 3. This one simply means minus 1 multiplied by x is minus x equals to 2 raised to power 3. Now, because these bases are equal, the indices must be equal. Of course. Whenever you see the base are equal like this, whenever, know that what? The indices are also equal. As long as there is equal to between them. Therefore, minus x is equals to 3. And to get x now, take this minus to this other side, or you divide both sides by minus 1 to still have this, okay? That is the solution, minus 3. Let's look at this too. This simply means 3 raised to power 1 multiplied by 3 raised to power x equals to, this means 3 raised to power 3. These bases are the same. Because the bases are the same, 1 and x are saying we want to be friends. Okay, no problem. 3, you can be friends. Now that they are friends, as you can see here, the bases are the same. Because the bases are the same, it also means these guys are also equal. Because the bases are equal. To find x now, we move 1 to the other side to join this guy. And when it's moving there, it becomes minus. S here is equals to 2. This is the value for x. Let's look at this. What is the meaning of 0.25? It means 1 over 4. Or I can say it means 25 over 100. Then if you divide this by 25, you have 1. Here you have 4. Okay? This means 1 over 4. Raised to power s plus 1 equals to 16. What is the meaning of 16? 16 means what? 4 raised to power 2. Okay, what is the meaning of this again? Minus 1. That is 4 raised to power minus 1. S. And 1 will still be here. 4 raised to power 2. What is the meaning of this bracket? It means times. That is minus 1 multiplied by s plus 1 equals to 4 raised to power 2. With this we have now, you can simply say that this is equals to minus x minus 1 equals to 4 raised to power 2. The bases are the same. Therefore, these guys are also the same. Therefore, minus s minus 1 is equals to 2. You move this to this side, you have minus s equals to 2 plus 1, which is equals to 3. That is minus s equals to 3. To make s to stand alone, we move the minus to this other side to have minus 3, okay? Okay, let's continue. What is this? Because of this 3, I am going to be looking for something 3. 81. Is there any connectivity between 81 and 3? Oh, 3 raised to power 4. Am I correct? Yes. 3 times 3 times 3 times. Oh, yeah, it's correct. Okay. What is the meaning of this? This simply means minus. That this alone is producing this minus. Remember the law. Now, the base are the same. It means this and this are also the same. S therefore is equals to minus 4. Okay? Look at this. What is the meaning of this? This simply means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is this? 1 over 10 raised to power 6. What is the meaning of this? Minus 1. 10 raised to power minus 6. The base are the same. Therefore, the index are also the same. The Bible says by minus 1. S therefore is equal to 6. Okay? In case you have any question, drop it in the comment section. If you have any topic you want me to handle on how to teach math haters, drop it in the comment section. Please don't forget to subscribe, share this video, and share your thoughts. Thank you.